want to do my intro for me?
I don't know your intro very well.
Just say what's up, people.
What's up, people?
Welcome back to the show. We have a special guest, as you may have surmised by now. Shawn, my beautiful wife, is back on air.
What's up, beautiful husband?
Don't say that. You know I don't like that.
Why? You're handsome.
You know, this may come as a surprise to you,
What?
but you are the guest who has most frequently appeared on this show.
That doesn't surprise me.
What do you mean?
I mean, I live with you.
I don't know if you know this or not, but the show's a big deal now. So
I'm so impressed. I just watch all these people come in and out of our house, and I'm like, holy crap, it's Eric Decker. Holy crap, that's Shawn Booth.
yeah.
Michaela Schifrin. Like, what?
Yeah, you haven't listened to a single episode, though, I don't think. So
I listened to one coming up, and it was awesome.
it's good. Thank you for taking the time to do that.
Duh. I'm really impressed by you, babe.
Thank you. It means a lot. If you guys struggle with listening to episodes, you know you can fast forward or do
Don't
fast
tell them
speed.
that.
No, fast speed.
Okay, do not fast forward through my husband's podcast.
I personally like to listen to podcasts at 2 times
I know,
speed.
and it makes me want to just jump. Yeah.
That was really well said, baby.
Thank you.
Really well said. Good
Thank
use
you.
of words.
Yeah.
I wanted to have you on because there's been a lot of redirections in our life
Yeah, a few.
since you've last been on.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are new here, this show is all about dealing with life's unexpected events.
If you guys are watching instead of listening, you've already figured out our latest redirection.
That's right. That's right.
Are you confused?
I don't know
You look
what
confused.
you're talking about.
How can you not?
I don't know. Oh, my gosh. She's pregnant. I had no idea what you're talking about.
You had the glazed over.
Yeah.
I totally get you, babe. In the back of my head, I'm I don't know what you're talking about.
So next week, and this is the episode you listen
Yes.
to, we're sitting down with a doctor who I really respect, Emily Oster, who has done all these studies on childbirth, on pregnancy, and children, as you may or may not know, tend to be one of life's biggest redirections. 'Cause
Absolutely.
it takes up a lot of your time, from what I hear.
It's a redirection even if you're planning on it.
How's it been for you?
It's been great.
I'm just prompting here. I'm just,
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
just prompting.
You ask as if you don't know, but I would hope you know.
I have my
You sleep next to me
I have
at
my
night.
radio voice on right
Yes, I can tell.
now. Yeah.
Pregnancy has been awesome.
Yeah.
It's been the weirdest, most humbling experience of my life, of
What?
our life.
How has it been humbling? It's not a word that I would have used.
I consider it humbling because as a former athlete, we've talked about this before. As an athlete, you have so much control over everything, over your body, over what you put in your body, over how it changes, over how you train, how you, where your mind's at. And you could say you can do some of that for pregnancy, but truly when you become pregnant, your body is not your own anymore. It's for someone else, and it changes on its own, whether you do whatever you do. And it's our baby's body. It's their home, and it's for them. And it's humbling in the sense that you just have no control. You have no control over pretty much anything. I mean, yes, I can control what I put in my mouth, and how much sleep I get. But as far as the baby developing and it's terrifying.
Yeah. You just reminded me of the other night when the baby was kicking and you had me put my hands on your stomach, and I felt this was kind of gross. It was gross. But the
also
baby's
amazing.
head was in my palm,
Yes.
in her stomach.
Yeah.
It never ceases to amaze me. The whole thing is
It's
crazy.
just
You've been such a good
Baby's
mom.
kicking me right now listening to you.
Really?
Yeah.
It's because I have that deep baritone
Oh,
voice.
really? Or it's
Oh,
just because
yeah.
you're his or her daddy.
Yeah. I wonder what gender it is.
I know.
I know.
So cool. We're
here's-
waiting to find out, guys.
Here's a funny thing about Shawn. So when we first started dating, we were super pumped because we were like, sweet, I'm dating another athlete. We can work out together and exercise and do fitness together. And then
And then we found out gymnastics and gymnasts are way more intense than football players.
Easy hot shot.
Yeah.
Easy.
I mean, it's true.
Shawn's expectation, we would be doing like a workout and she would like mid-set look over me. She's like, "You're doing it wrong." I was like, "Don't talk to me. I'm working out. Don't say anything."
But it's been comical because the only time we've been able to like cordially work out together has been when I'm pregnant.
So Shawn's like intensity level is usually here, and mine is like probably here when we're working out. And pregnancy has kind of
brought it
leveled the
down.
playing field.
Babe, little tip: if they're not watching, they don't know where here and here is. You got to like explain it.
Okay, Shawn's intensity level is higher than mine usually, but now the playing field is level.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy about that. We've been working out well together.
We have. It's been awesome.
Has that been weird for you? Because we've talked about this again. Shawn and I have personally, but you as an athlete, where you were down to like sub 10% body fat, which for a female is insane.
Yeah.
To have your body completely
not 10% body fat.
What's the word? Commandeered. What's the Pirates of the Caribbean? Like a coup d'etat.
Yeah.
By a little other human being.
Absolutely. I think I was really worried going into pregnancy with selfishly just my self-confidence. Gymnastics, I mean, I've spoke about this openly a ton. Gymnastics kind of ingrains in you this perfectionism mentality of everything in my life has to be perfect. My body has to be perfect. It has to be like acceptable and perfect by everyone's standards. And I took that to extremes multiple times throughout my career and even after my career, just trying to maintain that control in my life. And with pregnancy, I was really scared that because you naturally gain weight when you get pregnant, I thought those tendencies and that insecurity and that unhealthy way of life was going to kind of creep back in. And I've been shocked that it really hasn't. I've had like you witnessed the other night, when no clothes fit, it gets really, really frustrating.
Talk about a meltdown.
And it wasn't like a meltdown of insecurity. It was just a meltdown of like, man, no clothes fit. But I've been really surprised and impressed with myself. And that might sound self-indulgent. I don't mean it to be. But with pregnancy, there's no selfishness involved anymore.
That is amazing.
Like, I don't care what my body looks like. I don't care how it changes as long as it's changing in the way it needs to protect our child. So it's kind of like, I don't care, man.
On a personal note, I feel like you're the cutest pregnant lady I've ever seen.
Thank you, baby.
You're adorable.
Thank you. You're adorable.
Thank you. That's been probably the biggest redirection. Mm-hmm. Your parents moved to town too, so can you tell everybody about that?
Yes. So my parents are both from Des Moines, Iowa. Born and raised, like, my mom was born in Kansas City, Missouri, but they've lived in Des Moines, Iowa pretty much their entire lives. And their extended family is still there, but we have a very small family being as I'm an only child. And as soon as they found out we were pregnant, they're like, we're moving.
Which is awesome. I
legit incredible.
Never thought they were ever going to move from Des Moines.
Yeah, it's incredible. They always, and I totally get that. Like, they always hoped that we would come back to Des Moines, and I get that. That's where my home was growing up. That's what they know. But Nashville has truly become our home, and to them, it was a no-brainer. They are just like, we want to be grandparents. We want to be in our grandchildren's lives. We want to help you guys in any way we can. We're moving, and so they moved here about a week ago, and it's awesome.
It's a dream.
I love it.
It honestly is.
Yeah.
Fortunately, I get along with both of them really well.
Yes.
But it's awesome.
I feel like we're both very lucky. We both have incredible in-laws.
Yeah, Mom and Dad, you're next. Coming down from Indy.
Yes.
It was like so much fun because we had breakfast with him yesterday, and then we said have a good day, and saw him later, and then we had a Saturday afternoon with him. Whereas usually, like, when we go to visit them in Des Moines, we're around them all the time.
Well, it's so concentrated because you're like, I'm only here for 3 days. I need to spend every waking second with them. But now it's just kind of like, okay, I'll see you. I'll see you when I see you because you live 20 minutes away.
I am, like, so thankful that if you guys are listening, Mama and Papa Joe, that you guys did move here. And I think it's going to be huge for us when we finally have babes, you know? So
I think so too. I think it'll be great.
Today's episode is brought to you by ZipRecruiter. If you want to find out more about ZipRecruiter, you can visit ziprecruiter.com/east. The way it works is ZipRecruiter sends your job to over 100 of the web's leading job boards. But they don't stop there. With their powerful matching technology, ZipRecruiter scans thousands of resumes to find people with the right experience and invites them to apply to your job. As applications come in, ZipRecruiter analyzes each one and spotlights the top candidates so you never miss a great match. ZipRecruiter is so effective that 4 out of 5 of employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate through the site within the first day. And right now, my listeners can try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/east. That's ziprecruiter.com/EAST. ZipRecruiter really is the smartest way to hire. Today's episode is also brought to you by Care of. Care of is a subscription service that delivers vitamins and supplements customized for your specific health needs. You take a fun online quiz that asks you about your diet, health goals, and lifestyle choices, and it takes only 5 minutes to find out your personal, scientifically backed vitamin and supplement recommendations. Get into a healthy routine and give yourself support this season with a boost. Whether you're looking for energy, better sleep, to maintain stress, or something else to help you feel your healthiest. Depending on your personalized Care of plan, you'll get daily vitamin packs and or protein powder sent right to your door. They're super cute and customized. The packets even say your name on them. You can modify your subscription at any time when your needs or preferences change. Care of makes sure what you're putting into your body comes from the best sources, backed by honest guidance and transparency, all available to you on their website. Taking Care of has become a part of my morning routine. I grab a pack right after I eat breakfast and I feel great. It's important for me with football season coming up to ensure that I'm not deficient in any vitamin, and their personalized packs help make that easy. For 25% off your first Care of order, go to takecareof.com and enter code EAST. That's 25% off your first Care of order. Go to takecareof.com and enter code EAST. This podcast is brought to you by ClearBank. ClearBank is changing the way entrepreneurs raise money with equity-free capital. Co-founder Michelle Romanow, star of Canada's Dragon's Den, which is a Canadian version of Shark Tank, co-founded ClearBank with her partner Andrew D'Souza after seeing how many companies were willing to part with precious equity in exchange for a bigger marketing budget. ClearBank believes that founders shouldn't give up a piece of their company to fund marketing and inventory expenses. ClearBank makes equity-free investments from $10,000 to $10 million and can get you a term sheet in less than 20 minutes. They charge a small flat fee for the capital, and you pay them back using a win-win revenue share. This is not a loan. There is no interest rate. There's no fixed maturation date, no personal guarantees, no credit checks, and no financial covenants. ClearBank has relationships with marketing agencies, e-commerce professionals, venture capitalists, accountants, and more, giving you a true unfair advantage in the market. ClearBank invested over $150 million in 2018 and is on track to invest over $1 billion this year. Some notable portfolio companies are Public Goods, Lisa Sleep, Latote, and Buffy, just to name a few. So if you are doing over $10,000 a month in revenue, find out how you can receive ClearBank Capital by getting your 20-minute term sheet at clearbank.com/east. That's clear, B-A-N-C, bank with a C.com/east. ClearBank. Stop pitching and get back to doing what you love, growing your business.
What we haven't talked about, I haven't asked you this. Is it weird for you that, like, kind of your whole life it's been, you know, America's sweetheart, kind of underdog from small town Des Moines? There's no more Des Moines. Are you sad to leave your Iowa roots?
Yes and no. I mean, the best way I can describe it to people is like our wedding day. When we talked about where we wanted to have our wedding, it was kind of like your life is in Indianapolis. My life.
Go ahead.
My life is in Des Moines, Iowa, but our life as a couple is in Nashville. And I truly believe that it works out for a lot of people when you move to the wife's hometown or you move to the husband's hometown. But for us, just coming from such different lifestyles, I truly believed that we could make our own life and start our own family somewhere completely different, where my background didn't follow me, your background didn't follow you. Not that they're bad backgrounds. They're great backgrounds.
Wow.
But it just allowed us to have our own clean slate in our own place to be our family. So no, it doesn't make me sad. I mean, Des Moines will always be a part of my life.
We do love Des Moines.
We love Des Moines so much. And I'll go back and visit. My family's there. But
Cousins and aunts. And
yes. But our family is in Nashville. You, me, and baby.
You're really good at speaking and just life in general. Did you know
Thank you, baby.
Yeah. I'm happy to know you.
I'm happy to know
Actually,
you.
I'm even more pumped to be married to you.
I'm super pumped you're my husband. It's like really cool.
Okay, so this is kind of the last thing, and we could just ramble after this.
Okay.
But last night we had a date night. And speaking of Nashville being our place, it was so much fun. We had date night 3 nights in a row. Did you know that?
I didn't know. Yes.
The first was with some of our good friends, Josh and Chelsea. Then we had double date night with our neighbors.
Yes. Who are awesome.
And we did date night with you and me.
I love it.
And it's fun to have friends like that
I
we can
love
do
it.
double dates with.
Me too. Do you wanna silence your phone?
It's obnoxious. Literally, I hate it right now.
Come on.
I hate it right now, but I can't touch. I'm not gonna touch anything.
Okay.
Deal with distractions. But last night during our date night, we were talking about how football is right around the corner.
Yes.
Actually, I'm going to camp tomorrow, so by the time this airs, I'll probably be.
I know. I
DC.
can't think about it.
Every year, it is a redirection for you and I. Tell the people what the situation usually is.
Usually.
In late July.
In what manner?
Us.
Yeah. So, the word my mom would use is owly. We get very owly.
Never heard of that.
I know.
Her mom uses weird words.
Yeah, she knows every word in the dictionary. We get very owly towards each other. So, like, we argue more in July than we argue any other month of the year. And it's inevitable. It happens every year. And we're very aware of it. But it's just because when Andrew's at football, because we've made Nashville home base, no matter what team we're on, I'm constantly traveling back and forth to Andrew and then back to Nashville during football. So when we get into the football kind of routine, we get a little bit more distant, just a little bit more independent, which is great. Like, we're very good at it. And we're good at kind of living that lifestyle when we need to. And then on the flip side, when we're off season, we're very 100% always together.
Yeah.
And we're very good at that too. We work together. We live together. Well, I mean, obviously
we're not very good at either. We make both
yes.
work.
Yeah, I just
make
mean like
both
we're good at getting into those routines.
Yeah.
We can be very clingy. We can be very not detached, but
Independent. Yeah.
So July is a very awkward phase because we're coming off of the clingy phase, going into the detachment phase, the independent phase. And we always just get sad and we get argumentative.
Irritable.
Owly. Yeah.
I guess is the word.
So last night we were just at dinner saying, like, we're very aware that we've been arguing for that reason, and we're just getting sad that we're going to have to leave each other, especially with so many other redirections going on in our lives, especially with the baby, and not knowing what team we're going to be on or where we're going to be and where we're going to have the baby and just all these different things, and going through such crazy life changes in the independent phase is interesting. It's a blessing because we are able to do that. But it's interesting. We'll be great at it. It's just scary since we're in the clingy phase right now.
I feel like we argue because it's like this weird mix of stress of having to figure out the logistics of like, well, when are we going to see you? And then this year it's like, how are we going to do the baby thing? Are you going to come back? Am I going to go there? How do you find doctor? Like, there's a lot to that. And then it's also like a little bit of this kind of travel sadness. Do you get this? I feel like I get so sad every time I have my bags packed and I'm walking out of the doors of home.
Absolutely.
And turning off the lights, and I'm like, I don't want to go.
Are you kidding me?
We're both kind of homebodies.
We are such homebodies. And every time I feel the same way when I pack my bags, and then I also feel the same way when you pack your bags, because like when you leave, I'm just sitting at home like, well, this sucks. I just want my husband.
Yeah.
So it's hard, but something we continually talk about is we lead crazy, incredible lives that we are very blessed to have. We live in Nashville full time, and you're able to travel the world, and I'm able to travel the world, and you're able to pursue a dream of being an NFL player and playing for an NFL team, which millions would kill for, on top of all of it. And
Yeah.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah. You do a really good job of keeping me in check and putting things in perspective. I do feel like our little yearly annual cycle of me going to camp and us having arguments. Well, we also do that every time we travel, period, separate from each other.
And then every time we come back.
Do you guys experience this too? Before every trip, there's like this, we definitely argue way more. And then after every trip, we definitely argue way more because we're kind of reestablishing equilibrium and how to do it. But I feel like everybody kind of goes through that like independent solo time versus whether you're married time or like relationship time. Like we have friends who are ship drivers and they're home for 1 week, gone for 4 or something like that. Brutal.
Well, we have so many like people and friends that are in finance. Their husbands are in finance.
Travel
and
4 days a week and home for 3. But then even if you work just like the classic 9 to 5, there's kind of that every day.
Yeah, where you leave and it's kind of like, bye, I love you, and you come home and you need your time to decompress. And
yeah,
I think everyone deals with it differently in their life. And I mean,
I'm curious to hear how people deal with it though. Would love tips for sure. So, yeah, well said. Now, I mean, the floor is yours. We can talk about whatever you want. You can air out. We have.
You may air out dirty laundry right now?
Sure, but we do have laundry to do after this, by the way.
Is that your way of telling me to do laundry?
No, that's how you would interpret it, though. That's all I have. I feel like that was a pretty good East update.
It's a great East update. We
know?
have a lot going on.
Hey, I never do this. Do it all the time on YouTube and never on my podcast. Is saying, if you guys like this episode, this was really casual, not the typical interview.
Yeah.
But you can actually subscribe, and whether you're listening on iTunes right now, Spotify, Himalaya is my favorite platform to listen to podcasts on. Hit the subscribe button and then rate the show too, because that helps us out.
And obviously, I'm the wife here, and I'm very biased, but I'm also not biased because I've listened to a lot of different podcasts over the years.
You've
people
been
interview.
on podcasts.
I think my husband's amazing. When you do that review, you better review him well.
Well, coming from Big Mama, I would take that seriously. All right, well, we have a full day ahead of us, but I appreciate you taking the time and coming to see the new studio.
I love the new studio, baby. I'm proud of you.
You hated that old table.
I did.
But if you guys haven't yet, we have our YouTube channel, and we put all types of content on there, relationship series and tips. We're documenting our pregnancy. We do a house series. You can check that out. We usually include links in the description. But that's all we got. Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for having me, baby.
If you haven't yet, please make sure that you subscribe to the podcast and leave a review if you feel called to. It really helps the show out. And I love having a new audience. I love hearing what you guys think. And I love having you come back every single week.